All right. What's up, ladies? We're back with tenbnb.io. I'll have the link to this project in the description under this video. I'll have the link in the comment section, and I'll also have the link in the live chat. All right. So this project, 10BNB, is paying you 20% daily in BNB. BNB is the only currency that you can invest with, and you get paid out in BNB. This is day 2. However, this project has only been out for about a day and 18 hours, so it hasn't been 2 full days yet. And it's paying exactly what it say it's going to pay. So we have 824 BNB invested in a day and a half, or almost 2 days. 1,100 investors, which looks pretty on point, considering there's 900 people in the Telegram. Matter of fact, before we finish, let me show you guys the Telegram, shall we? Here's the Telegram, and as you can see, it's pretty active. There's some trolls in here. There's some FUDs in here. And there's a bot that reports whenever someone invests. So it's pretty active, you know. I recommend checking it out if you want to participate in this project. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. However, this is something I'm doing. And what we're going to do today is we are going to withdraw, because I told you guys, one of the main reasons why I invest in high risk stuff like this is, for one, is for the thrill, because there is a certain level of gambling involved. And yes, I did stay in Vegas for 8 years, and yes, I did gamble. You know, see, I don't play around with y'all. We do the wild stuff over here, and we're proud of it. Because if you're in DeFi, regardless if you say you gamble or not, you're gambling to a certain extent. So, and that, you know, do I sound like a financial advisor? You know what I'm saying? Do I look like a financial advisor? All right. Do I like somebody you can trust? Don't answer that. So yeah, if I were to put, so we got 611 in the TVL. 2 people just withdrew about at least 2 BNB. So from what I've seen, the most I've seen come out of here is 4 BNB at one time. I was going to withdraw yesterday night, because that would have been after the 24 hours. I was going to withdraw. But I noticed that some BNB, the TVL was getting low. So I told myself I'm going to wait. Now, most people will withdraw when the TVL gets low. But I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. I want to see if it goes back up. And it did. So the most you can invest in this project is 1 BNB per like block, because I have 2 of those down here. And over to the right, you get some information. So 1 BNB will get you, hopefully YouTube doesn't save that, because they always do. 1 BNB will get you 200% in 10 days. That's why it's called 10 BNB. All right, so you're going to get 0.0083 an hour. You're going to get 0.1 BNB every 12 hours, and you're going to get 0.2 BNB a day. You know, after 10 hours, after 10 days, you have 2 BNB. Now let's go down to my 2 investments, 1 BNB and another 1 BNB investment. After a day, and let me see it. It'll be 2 days at about 2 o'clock. Right now it is 9 o'clock a.m. So in about 5 hours or so, you know, it'll be a full 2 days, which means this will have reached 0.4 BNB and 0.4 BNB. You know, so with that being said, and hopefully that math adds up as well, it'll be 0.4. I don't feel like waiting that long. So I another reason why I didn't withdraw yesterday night is it gives me anxiety trying to wait till, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock to do a withdrawal. You know, it's a weird thing. Now, most companies, if they'll rug real early in the morning. But this pays you a static 20%. I mean, yeah, which means we're not experiencing decay. The only time you will experience not getting 20% is if this BNB was lower compared to the amount of people they got to pay out. So if this went down to 100 BNB or something like that, and you don't have the vast majority of those invest, then you might not get your numbers, your stats over here. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is a live withdrawal on camera. Let me show you guys this real quick before we do that. Here is monarch.app, MOONARCH.app. I'll leave the link to this in the description as well. You can check out other miner projects in the crypto space here on Monarch, as you can see right here. So tenbnb.io right here has been out for 1 day, 18 hours. Like I mentioned before, 20%, and we have $200,000 worth of BNB. It didn't even tell you the number over here. That's pretty cool. I just noticed that. 612 BNB. So in 2 days, we've amassed 200,000 BNB. Now, if you look at some of these other projects, they've been out longer, considerably way longer. And shout out to the Libera BUSD miner. I actually remember seeing this, but I never invested because I think you need their token or something like that. These guys are still kicking. That's crazy. But I think Baked Beans finally went down. Let's see if I can find it. Pizza Tower doing this thing. You know, now this is down 10% in a 7-day, so you can kind of tell the health of a project. Here's Baked Beans right here. I wish I could like click on it and highlight the whole thing, but we'll do it the hard way. As you can see, I'm not in any minor projects, or what the freak is going on, or the amounts will pop up next to it. I haven't logged into Baked Beans in like 3 weeks, so I have no idea, but 50,000 left, 154 BNB. The most I can get out of there is $3 worth of BNB. So yeah, we were going heavy in the miners earlier this year, but now we kind of fell back. So that's just some brief information. Again, if you want to invest, link in the comment section, link in the description, and links all over the place. The next video you will see will be me buying drip with this BNB, because I told you guys that's what that was the purpose of me jumping this project. Now I can also. I need one more BNB, because the accumulation of this and referrals will get me 1 BNB. Without the referrals, I'll be at 0.6 or 0.7 almost, which means tomorrow, or no. By 2 and 4 o'clock, because I did these like 2 hours in between, like 2 and 4 o'clock. I would have had my 0.4 BNB, which will be 8 BNB or something like that, 0.8 BNB. You know, so because you're getting 0.2 per 1 BNB a day. So since I got 2 of them, that's 4, and then since it's on day 2, that's 8. That's pretty much how that go. Just break it down some math. So what we're gonna do is withdraw BNB. Boop. Let's see now. Oh, before I do that, let me click reject, because I want y'all to know I purposely keep about 0.1 BNB in here at all times. I just don't today. The rest, I try my best to keep my coins in a ledger, which is just a name of a cold wallet or a brand of a cold wallet. There are several different types of cold wallets. Ledger is the most popular, so people just say Ledger no matter what. Just like people will say, "Oh yeah, I got an iPod," when they really got an MP3 player from China, you know. So yeah. So the reason why I mention that is because you can see the amount I have here, and you'll also be able to see the amount after I withdraw, because you're not going to be able to see my MetaMask at this time, so I keep forgetting to turn that on. So, or maybe you will see it. I don't know. Sometimes I rewatch my videos, sometimes I don't. So we're getting charged 0.0025 BNB. That's what we're getting charged, and I believe that's part of the. You know what? I ain't gonna say that. Let's just wait for this to withdrawal was successful, confirmed on Etherscan. So this should be 0. So you see 0 BNB in here, right? And then up here you should see 0.4. You see that? We were just at 0.08. Now we're at 0.4. Let's go ahead and withdraw this one. And not only did it pay out, but it paid out fast, because sometimes this joint be taking 15 seconds and have you on edge. All right, so we're close to ROI after we do all this stuff. Again, link in the comment section, link in the description, links all over the place. And yes, they did post my YouTube video. What, they post a link to my YouTube video in the Telegram. So for people, oh my God, he blah blah blah. Like, hey, they posted in the Telegram, man. So y'all don't know where this stuff coming from unless you got some tracking, pixel or something. 0.76. So that was whatever. 0.76. Now we're gonna withdraw the referral rewards. And after this, we should have 1.1 ish, which will get me at that 0.1 BNB that I normally like to have. And also, I'm going to put 1 BNB into buy and drip. Ta-da! So yeah, that's it. Usually, when I say something, most of the time I stick to it. In the physical world and in the digital world. So when I invested into this project, I told you guys exactly what we wanted to do. This is a immutable contract, so the devs can't jump in and just start running off with the bag, or else, unless these guys are their cousin, unless GeorgeStamp is their cousin, they would have flagged that as a part of their audit. So they did get audited by a company called GeorgeStamp. And they gave him the stamp of the approval. I guess that's like the whole spiel. You can check out the white paper, the contract, everything. So there's a decent level of transparency. And we can acknowledge that there is a tenbnb.io. I'm going to assume this is the same company. I could probably look at the Telegram and find that out. But I don't know if I have enough loose Matic to do that. And I don't feel like spending the 1 BNB I got just to buy Matic to jump into that one too, because these are short-term projects. I'm thinking maybe 5 to 10 days, but anything can catch fire. Remember how baked beans popped off for about 4 months. I'm talking about popping off. Like, baked beans' birthday is in about 3 days or 2 days, but it popped off like from February to May, or February to April, something like that. And we was popping off with it. So you never know. Now it probably wouldn't last for 3 or 4 months, but if it popped off, it would pop off for probably a month and a half, and in that time you can make a lot of money. With baked beans at one time at baked beans, I didn't withdraw this time because I just didn't do it. I withdrew, but I didn't withdraw as much as I should. But at one point in time, I was making $3,500 a day. Now I was compounding that. The same thing I'm gonna do with drip for people. He's stupid. Well, even when I'm making $3,500 a day at drip, now the difference this time is I'll probably withdraw once a week or something if that was the case. So there's going to be some buy pressure when the price of drip go up. Or sell pressure, I mean. But I did, once I saw the contract go from 35,000 BNB to like 33, I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to withdraw. So I started withdrawing. And at that time, maybe we withdrew $1,500 a day. So that, $2,000 loss. For like 10 days straight. Or maybe it was like 7 days straight or something like that. I don't know. Or I think I did like a 6-to-1 or something. I withdrew 6 times. And so I was still trying to like put money back in just in case it reversed, but it never did. So these projects, when they're high like this and they're immutable, which means you don't have to wake up wondering if the money's going to be gone unless you see this going down. Because this can go to zero overnight. But it's not going to be a bank run from the devs. It's going to be people everybody withdrawing. And that normally happens after the cycle. So after 5 days, people will break even. And then after 10 days, people will have doubles. So in between that time is when you might see this drastically decrease. So you still have time to jump in. This is I just showed you guys it was a day and probably 19 hours by now. If I were to refresh this is us right here. So it's still pretty early. So yeah, this is tenbnb. 20% daily ROI. This is the follow-up video showing you a live withdrawal. Make sure you guys press the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the like button. And make sure you guys like the subscribe button. And make sure you guys subscribe to that bell. It's your boy Icy. And I'll see you guys on the next one.